Nagaland University Lumami Administration Bra Senior Professor Sarat Chandra involved Taka alleged physical assault case over ego action nalwani mide kushina pa chanagina talaga termination demand kurishe. Itu case court Julie Taka Pichebi Vice Chancellor Bra Chandrage campus de tagibule diakane condemn kurishe. Federation bra kushe Chandra do pale pra bahar ahigina tagilebi students kan bra Tage University ground de dikhi thaka koyase. Ito obor NSF ra university laga recruitment process to be chinda uttaishe. Kundu itiado gazetted post teaching aru non-teaching staff kan nimide online interview loi thagase. Pandemic laga biche nagamanu nahwa kan bishi appoint korea kohina federation goshe virtual recruitment process to manipulate kuribule pariye aru transparency nai. AI parabi ajigali online interview kan crack kuribule pariya kohina physical in-person interview wapasanibule demand korishe. Federation bra aru nagamanu nimide 80% seat reservation mangishe. Aya din kande taken nutun representation dibule pavanase.
With regard to 80% reservation of seats for Nagas of our state. So in this regard, he has assured Naga Students Federation that this will be implemented. However, physical mode of examination is being conducted for gazetted posts, both teaching and non-teaching positions. We have demanded that online video conference mode of interview for teaching positions and non-teaching gazetted positions should not be conducted because we question the credibility of the recruitment board. Here, after COVID pandemic, after COVID pandemic has hit the world, Nagaland University, under the current Vice Chancellor, has started a virtual mode of recruitment exam for professors, and particularly for associate professors. So, in this conduct that has been undertaken for the past 2-3 years, we have identified that non-Nagas are being recruited. So we find there is manipulations in this recruitment policy because it is done through online conference, and as you know, even nowadays we can copy from Google. We have artificial intelligence now, so online examination should not be recruited to teach at the highest profession. So we will not allow the Vice Chancellor to conduct online examination. If he continues to be a deaf ear to the demands of the NSF, we will ensure that we will go to any extent to ensure that our demands are fulfilled. And virtual platforms provide questionable personality because it should be a personal interview test. Be it Naga or non-Naga, they should come to Nagaland University and they should give the interview. As I have mentioned, we have records of non-Nagas being recruited, and which is why we are giving importance to our Naga people. Some people may question that our Nagas may not be qualified. But here we are talking about requisite qualification, the minimum qualification required to be in teaching profession. So when we met the Vice Chancellor on 20 February, he was giving an excuse of financial expenditure incurred in bringing recruitment board individuals from other universities outside Nagaland. But we want to once again strongly condemn of his inaction towards the demand raised by the Federation, and in the coming days we will submit another representation with regard to this matter. And if he does not concede to the demand of the Federation, Vice Chancellor has to address us this matter in the street. Thank you. Let me tell you on a percentage wise. This needs to be known by everyone, because some people may be raising questions that Nagas are not qualified. But we have enough Nagas who are qualified, and we want to provide an opportunity to this educated people. So, with regard to the question raised, 95% of the teaching positions are being filled by non-Nagas. I can produce documents of such, and only 1 to 2 lecturers from Naga community are being selected. So NSF is of the strong opinion that Nagas should be recruited, provided they should be qualified. And in line with that, as I've mentioned, we are opposing the online examination being conducted by under the current leadership of the Vice Chancellor, and which should be discontinued.
I done department, so I give time to our Assistant General Secretary to brief the conference.
My respect to our media friends and to all the conscious keepers of our society. Despite the gravity of the earlier issues which have already been addressed, I would like to invite your attention to this particular case, which deserves due importance. In regard to the investigation of Mr. Rennie Wilfred, IAS, Joint Secretary of IBAN, on allegations of sexual harassment by multiple women employees under his authority. At the outset, the Naga Students Federation is acting on official complaints submitted by several female employees within the IDAN structure. These are not anonymous or unsubstantiated accusations. We have several testimonies and formal complaints already lodged and registered with the appropriate authorities, that this is not an isolated issue. We express that the Federation is appalled that a government official entrusted with public service is still continuing to operate under such a cloud of allegations, to hold office with the capacity to influence the course of the investigation or even over other potential victims. This raises several alarming questions. We would also like to add that this matter is already subjectized by law under investigation. However, we have been hearing few narratives in the social media platforms which are misleading the attention of the public from the core issue.